The Trinity Theological Seminary is a Protestant seminary located on a 70-acre campus in Legon, Accra. As an ecumenical, theological, tertiary and ministerial training institution, it serves students in Ghana and the West African sub-region. The campus is ideal and serene for study, meditation, personal spiritual growth and development. The Trinity Theological Seminary was founded in 1942 in Kumasi under three Protestant denominations: Methodist Church Ghana, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, and the Evangelical Presbyterian Church. Later on, in 1967, the Anglican Diocesan Council of Ghana and the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church became sponsoring churches. Trinity College was a small institution by all standards, yet there was a great demand for space. These and other factors made it necessary for the institution to relocate from Swami Kumasi to Legon, Accra, opposite the University of Ghana. One of the motivational factors that fueled the relocation was the need for lecturers from the university to assist the college.
We went there in '64. And it was a very hard period that we had to go through, because there were so many things we had to do afresh. Even to get a library, we had to go with the old library. But the place was yet to be cleaned and made habitable. The buildings were there, but the whole environment was very uncomfortable to live in. Soon after lunch, we would go and start working. And we worked and worked until we really made the place worth staying in.
This project started as a joint ministerial training institution between two of the largest Protestant churches in this country, the Presbyterian Church of Ghana and the Methodist Church of Ghana. And very early in its history, we had a number of very important partners joining us. So the ownership of this seminary, in terms of the churches that sponsor it directly, is now the Methodist Church Ghana, the Presbyterian Church Ghana, the Anglican Diocese of Accra, the AME Zion Church, and the Evangelical Presbyterian Church Ghana. These are the five sponsoring churches. They are sponsors only because they are the churches that own the seminary.
The school has charter status and offers certificate, diploma, and degree programs accredited by the National Accreditation Board.
The seminary gained its charter in 2003, and so all 7 programs run here at the seminary are accredited by the, at the time, National Accreditation Board, which is now GTEC, and our certificates are recognized internationally.
Per the charter, the seminary's statement of purpose is as follows: to offer Christian training, teaching and guidance, to educate men and women for the ordained ministry both within and outside the church, to train church workers for continuous personal and professional growth and development, to serve as a theological research center, especially for the clergy and laity. At Trinity, you can enroll to do Certificate in Ministry, Bachelor of Theology, Master of Arts in Ministry, Master of Divinity, Master of Theology, Doctor of Ministry, and Doctor of Philosophy in Theology.
the lecturers relate with the students as fellow Christians. And it's a very lovely environment to find yourself in. And so we want to invite you, if you've not considered Trinity as a place where you want to have seminary training, please, I want to urge you, there is no other place like Trinity Theological Seminary.
Students from non-sponsoring churches such as African independent churches, charismatic and Pentecostal churches are also permitted to train their clergy at the Trinity Theological Seminary. There is also an opportunity for global exchange between the seminary students and international students, as well as visiting academics worldwide to foster cross-cultural engagement.
After 80 years of ministry in this country, we have students and candidates from all Christian churches, not just from our sponsoring churches, but also many are coming from Pentecostal charismatic churches to benefit from the very high quality of theological education that we offer at Trinity.
And I think that's a very important development that we have. The seminary continues to grow and to develop and to expand in various ways. Today we have contact with many other universities, both in Ghana and outside Ghana. And the programs we are running are programs that are sought after by many, many people, not only theologians, but even also those in the social sciences.
Currently, the seminary has students, the population of approximately 600. And in the 2021-2022 academic year, we admitted approximately 200 students. And every year we graduate approximately 200 students from the seminary with various certificates.
Trinity Theological Seminary has graduated many students, and many of these graduates are using their skills in diverse ways in all walks of life.
When I look around this country, I see very, very, very important pastors, professors of theology, and other personalities who are all alumni of the seminary. Current Chaplain General of the Ghana Armed Forces, now Commodore Paul Ajejan, his police counterpart, Reverend Chumba, and others, all passed through our walls. A very prominent professor of pastoral theology, known the world over, the very Reverend Professor Emmanuel Wailate, a past General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana and the current presiding Bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana, the Most Reverend Dr. Paul K. Boafo, the current moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the Reverend Professor Joseph O. Waimante, the current moderator of the Evangelical Presbyterian Church Ghana, Reverend Colonel Blaise Agbeku, the current head of the AME Zion Church, presiding over West Africa region, the Right Reverend Dr. Hilliard K. Dogwe. Are all alumni of this great seminary. Not just that, we have a number of lay people who also pass through our walls. The late Mrs. Stephanie Baita Ansa, who for many years was the MD of the then HFC Bank, and even the current CEO of GNPC, the Ghana National Petroleum Company, Dr. KK Sapon. All these personalities are alumni of this seminary, and there are many others, too numerous to mention.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. James chapter 1, verse 17.
The Nigerian students came in here during the war in Nigeria, the civil war in Biafra, and it was arranged for them to continue their theological education at this place. And that was a very special period in the history of Trinity Theological Seminary.
Looking back, you realize that Trinity has really improved. Trinity has grown from grace to grace, infrastructure-wise, academics, courses, programs, and the like.
The lecturers are awesome. And one thing I really like about the school is the fact that you're able to interact with the lecturers, ask questions, and have fun in the process of learning.
Trinity has opened its gates to private students that comes from different denominations. Some are from the charismatic and some are from the mainline churches too as well.
Trinity Theological Seminary can boast of knowledgeable lecturers who are well versed in their area of studies.
And the students also sometimes organize games, fun games. They organize various other programs. Sometimes they organize people to come and do medical checks. Sometimes they organize to donate blood, and so many activities go on here. So the whole idea is that when we're a student here, all these activities are there to help you to become a well-rounded person.
Ultimately, we expect people who come out of this seminary, as I have done as a proud alumni, to emulate the servant leadership style of Jesus Christ. So, are you contemplating becoming a minister of the gospel? I'm talking about you listening to me. The best place to go is the Trinity Theological Seminary, Legon, Accra, Ghana.
In the center of the seminary is housed the Trinity Chapel, which has become a community chapel for residents in the Nempasam area.
It was started in 1974 as an initiative by students who sought to reach out to workers who work in the University of Ghana, as well as people who lived within the environs. As a result of this church has grown from a very small beginning to a present population of more than 1,500. I must say that one of the good things that have existed between the church and the seminary is the interdependence. As students see the church as a model church where they can learn new things and also be able to go out and practice. The church has another link through the minister in charge. The lecturer, who is also the minister in charge, helps these two institutions to coexist on the same campus.
Trinity Theological Seminary is 80 years. It is, however, believed that Trinity is the first tertiary institution in Ghana. Some current students and former students narrate life on campus amidst some challenges.
One of the very difficult things that break my heart as president of this seminary is our inability to admit as many students as are looking for the opportunity for residential theological education and pastoral formation.
I would say that the sponsoring churches do very well, but they have so many other responsibilities, and so sometimes the monies don't come in good time.
For someone coming from the charismatic denomination, there are certain things that I know or I've learned or I don't even have any knowledge about. So when we come around, it's a little bit new to us.
The major challenge for the seminary now is our hostel facilities for the seminarians.
This year, the seminary is celebrating its 80th anniversary. And by the grace of God, I, the Right Reverend Samuel Kofi Osawite, have been appointed as the chairman for the anniversary planning committee, with a strong team that have been divided into subcommittees to work towards the realization of the celebration of this anniversary. And the theme for this anniversary has been stated to cover what the seminary stands for. Trinity Theological Seminary, 80 years of raising Christian leaders and resourcing churches for holistic development. This is the theme that will be guiding us throughout the celebration this year.
The activities slated for the celebration of the 80 years include 24th February 2022, inauguration of committee, 23rd March 2022, launch of anniversary, 27th March 2022, sensitization in churches, 26th April 2022, symposium, TTS at 80, reflections from ancient, medieval, and modern alumni. 2nd May 2022, pilgrimage and musical concert at Kumasi. 12th June 2022, Trinity Sunday fundraising. July, media engagement. August, media discussion on theology and public life. September, public lecture. October, musical concert. 12th November 2022, graduation. And 13th November 2022, Thanksgiving service.
Now I would want to invite the general public, all people who have Trinity at heart, to come and join us as we launch the 80th anniversary celebrations of the Trinity Theological Seminary.
The number of programs that have been lined up are really very impressive, and we believe that everybody will join us. I throw an invitation to all those who have had any contact with Trinity to join us in this celebration.
And therefore, we want to use this opportunity to encourage all members or those who have ever worshipped with Trinity United Church or been part of the seminary to join us, celebrate and give thanks to God for what He has done in all these years.
This anniversary will be climaxed in November with a grand 80th anniversary graduation, and then to be followed in the same month by the Thanksgiving service. And both activities are so crucial that we are praying that the year groups, the alumni, will organize themselves to come in their numbers. And we shall be producing an anniversary brochure from which you should not miss out on. And make sure that you get a copy to remember your institution, Trinity Theological Seminary.
Come one, come all to the 80th anniversary of the Trinity Theological Seminary. See you! If any of you are listening to us feel touched by what we do, you want to make a contribution to the seminary, if you approach myself as president, we'll be able to give you details of how you can support us. We look forward to greater successes and climbing greater heights in the future. And knowing what God told Jeremiah in Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, we will know that God has plans for us, and He will bless us, bless our ministry, bless our benefactors, to the glory of His name and the blessing of generations. Thank you very much. Happy anniversary, Trinity Theological Seminary.
In hoc signo vince, in this sign shalt thou conquer.